You took out the Ibis.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So the Canon R5c is upon us, and I had a chance to closely inspect one at my local library, and I noticed a couple dents in it, likely from a cripple hammer attack. My God, you had one job. Just take a break. Just stop for once. Just go to the Bahamas. Let us have a camera that isn't dented by your fury. I needed Ibis in it. It's the only thing I needed. You took it from me. You knocked the mechanism right out of its socket. It's a good camera. I'll admit it, I want one. I might even get one. It's good, don't hit me. Just leave me alone. It doesn't have 240 frames per second. Even the Fuji X-S10 Canon is the best. They are the leader of the industry. Canon color science has no equal. You will buy the camera. It is class leading. Sony bad. Sony bad. Sony bad. So I'm gonna try to be a little more balanced today. The R5c has its place. As a studio cam, could you even top it? I doubt it. The Canon color science dynamic range, like nice 4K, you could do 1080p raw. If you had external battery, we'll get to you, battery boy. You could have some fun in here. No Ibis needed. Fantastic. But I wanted Ibis, and I think there was a boardroom meeting about it, but removing it. I don't even want to watch it. Alright, fellas, as the leader of the camera industry, I think it's our duty to pave the way like we've been doing. Just machetes in a jungle over here. We paved the path. Let's create a new camera to lead the industry day one. First camera of the year, nothing else will matter. Any ideas for some specs? How about you, new girl? Of course I have ideas, boss. I think we need to make this thing the best cinema camera ever. The C78 full frame. It sucks. We make the R5 full frame cinema camera with all the specs of the R5, nothing missing, but better video, no overheating. Put a fan in there. A fan. A quiet one. All right, Candace, relax. We're gonna make a nice camera here like we always do. We have a ritual. We knock a couple things out, just for fun. It's a little pastime we have here at the Canon headquarters. We just remove something. I'll let you pick it. You pick the thing, we remove two things. I'm sorry. Two important features, and then we're good. We'll release the camera. Fuck. Okay, I see it. I need this job. We'll remove 8K. It's not really needed. Just no 8K. 4K raw though. Ibis. And a fan. Okay, you win. Oh, that is cute. That's a good one. What did you have? Logical soup for breakfast? That's not gonna happen, Candace. That would be a real nice camera. Nobody needed the 8K, so removing it is kind of like, oh no, we can't have hot sauce on our ice cream. Like, nobody wanted it. Just hear me out here. We take out the Ibis, so nobody can actually use the video handheld straight out of their hands. We also make the battery incapable of powering even the lens mount once we go into our high-end features. You'll need external batteries just to record 1080p raw. That's fine. You do what you want, boss. I'm on your team. I'm on your side. It's just, if you release this camera, I'll release your sack after twisting it. How does that feel? Huh? So let's talk about the pros and cons that I've noticed. Would I buy it? Because I was really looking forward to this thing. I've been asking for a Canon cinema camera RF mount for the longest time. We have two now, kinda, but none of them are like really what I had in mind. Why do you go from Canon EOS R, incapable of doing 4K without a 75% crop? We're talking slow motion in 720p. And then your next release is 8K 30p RAW, 4K 120p. Where's the gap to be mended? Where's the middleman here? I'll kick him in the dick if I ever saw one. Where's the RC? That's what I'm looking for. Some nice 4K RAW, Ibis in there. Or NDs, give us one or the other. You gave us nothing. Too high end versus too low end. Where's my middleman dick? I'm clipping the audio terribly today. Why do I keep freaking? I need a pop filter for this bitch. So, no Ibis. That hurts. I did not see that one coming. Like, why? This completely removes just taking the camera and a lens out for a walk and doing something with it. I was thinking, usually it's just vlogging centric here. Like, that's what I focus on. Can I vlog with it down my neighborhood and use it as a YouTube camera? But I'm also getting into wildlife now, so I will bring that into this review. And I'm thinking, like, the 100 to 500 has stabe in it. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I don't know. It might be. With the digital stabe and that lens stabe, maybe you're good, but it would have definitely been good with Ibis. I was leaning. That was on my list. I'm making a wildlife camera best cams video list, and the R5c was going to be leading the pack. But they removed the Ibis. I didn't see that coming. Why? And people are saying like, oh, professional video shooters, they'll just be on a rig and a gimbal. No. Yeah, that. In Hollywood, what about us? People who just want to film shit, boring ass shit, with no backstory. Just, oh, look at this flower. You believing this is Tony 1? Only one of the part of the flowers is in focus. Oh, the storytelling. Your vlog sucks. So the reality is this R5c is a camera you have to rig up, and that sucks. It's not a running gunner. You need like external battery power and a gimbal. We have no C-Log 2. It's a cinema camera without your best dynamic range log format, so even your tiny censored C70 will have more dynamic range most likely. Don't quote me on that. But that seems like a weird cripple. Like, why is it not in there? Just so you'll get our C70. And then it's just this product segmentation just drives me mad. Remove this and take this. It's like a recipe for a cake that tastes like poison. I find it funny they're advertising non-stop 8K, unlimited 8K, as opposed to the purposefully crippled R5 with its overheating 8K. Rumor has it, when they were making the R5, they put the heatsink in. It fell out into a toilet. And they were like, that means heat sinks are shit. That's an omen. Don't put the heat sink in. Let's just see what happens. We can record for 8 minutes. I've seen movies that are 8 minutes, good movies. Leave it. We're done. So I find it kind of a dick move where you're advertising a feature that you purposefully crippled in the first hand, and then you offered a solution to the problem you created. That is bullshit. But you have the better codecs now. This thing can actually record video and you might be able to edit it. The R5 and R6 are completely unusable in C-Log 10-bit. Like, I can't even play them. Like, everybody complains about them unless you have like the super new computers with the M1 chips and you're a freak Mac boy fanboy with your Apple cap. So you finally have a codec that I can edit, and then you remove the Ibis and I can't even use the damn thing. Unless I have it just for a studio cam, but it's such an overkill studio cam bullshit. So it's like, man, what are my options? It's still only the EOS R original if I want Canon. It's It's like R5 and R6, impossible to edit. R5c, you can edit it, but you can't take it anywhere. No Ibis. If you would have replaced the Ibis with NDs, then maybe it's like, okay, I understand that's why you removed the Ibis, but what's the reason behind it? There can't be a good one. And just, then I would have dealt with, okay, lens stable and digital, that's all we got, it's good enough. Now here's the biggest cripple I think I've ever witnessed. They're getting creative with their cripples now. They've been doing this so long, like I never would have even imagined they would go here, but their battery won't actually power their lens mount in certain modes. In all the best modes, which some like, even the 1080 or the 2.7K RAW in like a super 16 crop, that could be good for wildlife. Not without Ibis, but like say you do that, you can't record, you can't autofocus anymore. Your lens is dead meat, which a cheetah will eat. That was lame. Now don't quote me on this, but it's just like the super high-end specs, the 8K 60p RAW and the 5.9K RAW and the 2.7K RAW. You lose autofocus, you can't change your aperture, the lens is dead to you. That's weird. Unless you externally power it, but like now you're rigging shit and completely ruins the running gunner shit. I don't think I like the power switch. It's weird. Off or video or photo, and it takes time. Going from video to photo, you have to power off and then on. It's like 5.5 seconds. Oh, there's the squirrel. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture. Oh no, oh, he's dead, he's getting eaten, he's taken by a hawk. It's ready. You're just getting blood dripping now. You didn't get the perfect shot that you would have got. And I just don't like that the off switch is with the left hand. I'm carrying it with the right hand. I do it all the time on the Fuji. I just turn it off. And then on and boom, I'm ready. Whereas I would have to, ow, my thumb. And then it's like this heavy ass lens and switching. Nothing should be on the left side. Absolutely nothing. Chop that half off. When it comes to this fan, on low, it's pretty quiet. Just questions need to be answered. How high do you need it to continue shooting in like the 8K RAW? For me, I think low will be fine. If I did 8K 60p RAW, it's for like 7 seconds. Okay, that eagle, boom. Oh, that's cool. Wow, look at that. Oh, I slowed it down, cool. Oh, I can't track him, I suck at this. You're not gonna need like long, so I don't think it's a problem, but it's loud on the maximum. What I worry about is that gonna suck in dust? Or is it weather sealed, no dust gets inside the camera? But it feels like that fan is gonna accumulate dust like all fans on Earth. Go look at your fan, it's all dirty. Is that gonna happen? And then eventually that'll rattle. And don't quote me on this, I'm not sure that they have animal eye detect in video, because it switches from the R5 photo menu, which had that feature, in video is completely different. It's the cinema line menu. It's weird. I don't know that I like it. It's probably good. But like, was eye detect in there and animals switching from human to animal? I don't know. I didn't see it. So it might not be in there. And there ruins my wildlife dreams. Did I mention there's no 240 frames per second here? Like the Fuji XS10 has it. What are we doing? You can do 8K 60p RAW, but not 1080p 240? I don't get it. Like, that's so fun for wildlife and everything. 240 is magic. I got some woodpecker footage coming. It's like, I got it in 240 frames per second, and the force he was driving, like, you wait for that. I'll show you a little clip of it, but it was like, wow. Like, that's fantastic. 240p all the way, you're not even close. So for me, I look at this thing like, wow, like genius, like 8K 60p. That's fantastic for some clips. 4K, 1080p is oversampled from 8K, I think. Don't quote me on that. Great dynamic range, Canon colors, autofocus, beautiful, doesn't overheat. You can edit the files, fantastic, they did everything. And then they remove the one feature that allows you to move around freely. The Ibis is gone, and there's no NDs to replace them. It hurts. It really does hurt, because that kind of ruins it for what I was thinking of. Just a wildlife cam with the 100 to 500. I don't think you can get by with that digital stape. Don't quote me on it. It might be good enough, I don't know, but I doubt it. So the Cripple hammer reigns supreme. I think Canon bought the hammer a yacht so he could sail the seas and learn new techniques from other cultures. And they're getting different. They're getting different with it. Creative with their crippling. So I'm afraid for the future. I hate the planned redundancy where things, oh, you buy this and it's gonna break, so you'll buy our next one in a year and we'll keep making money. It's like, make something good like our grandfathers used to. A nice wooden antique dresser that just never died. Old TVs, those old like box TVs, that last like 50 years. You pass them on. Now like an LCD, dead after 2 years. Fading bullshit. So I hate that. I hate you, Canon. And thank you for making an amazing camera and removing everything that I needed from it. That's fantastic. It's available down below through my affiliate links. Thank you for stopping by. You thumbing that up? That's cool. You subscribing? Where's my EOS R? I only got one offer from a guy. Said $1,200 for the control ring. I gave him my email. Where's the email? Where's my EOS R? Nobody has one. Oh man. I'll leave. Subscribe.